This woman's brain tumor symptoms were dismissed as headaches. Hilly began experiencing her headaches in November 2017. At the time, the headaches never hit me or came out of nowhere like many people expect them to with brain tumors, Hilly tells Health. I woke up with a headache. Hilly says that doctors tried to explain it off as a stress or tension headache, but none of her pain patterns seemed to fit properly with what she was being told she had. In all honesty, the pain began in her forehead, Hilly says, but over time, it encapsulated her entire head. In the fall of I was not even able to drink tap water. Everything had to be. During this time, Hilly began to develop even more terrifying symptoms, like a strange whooshing sound in her right ear, which she later found out was the result of pressure in her head. Despite all of these, I have this intuition with my own body, as if my brain was trying to reach some separate part of me that would listen and understand the pain I was in as well as realize what was causing it, she says. During the worst of her pain, she began to experience. Luckily, the optometrist noticed that her optic nerve, the nerve that transmits visual information to the brain, was swollen, which finally prompted doctors to give her a CT scan. The scan showed obviously, the diagnosis was horrid to come to terms with, but I had finally been listened to. And that is what counted. Hilly had her tumor removed, but in early 2019, scans showed that it had regrown. Being diagnosed to feel as if you aren't being taken seriously or listened to is such a disheartening situation to be in, Hilly says. I had so many. Despite her adversity, Hilly is making lemonade out of lemons. She's using her story to bring awareness to organizations like and to help others learn about the signs and symptoms of brain tumors in young people. To get our top stories delivered to your inbox, sign up today.
Raindrop, drip, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot bar. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that.